Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss something about methods of preparation of alkyl halides or alkyl haloalkenes. So we already discussed structure, name, side-base naming, and all of that stuff of this chapter. Then next, what we are going to discuss is preparation. So first one is from alcohols. We are going to convert one alcohol into this chlorine group. Like this OH, we are going to convert this OH into this chlorine. But here we can see the stereochemistry. Here there is change in the stereochemistry. Here, like we already discussed, what is retention, what is SN2 reaction, SN1 reaction, and R and S configuration, then plus and minus, then like that. So we already discussed what is enantiomers, diastereomers, then stereoisomerism. So we'll be discussing something more about this case. Then here we are using a reagent that is called thionyl chloride, that is SOCl2. So we may need some pyridine base with this reaction like our solvent. So we are going to discuss the mechanism of this reaction, like oxyl lone pair will act as a nucleophile and this bond will break because of the dipole moment in this direction, because of two chlorine group, electronegative groups. Here this bond will create and this chlorine will leave. So we will get an intermediate here, like same stereochemistry, there is no change in stereochemistry. So hydrogen plus then sulfur double bond of Cl. That is intermediate that we will get. After that reaction, this chlorine minus will come and attack at this position. Then this will leave. Before that, this OH also will leave, this bond hydrogen will leave, then it will form into HCl, this chlorine. Then what happens is that this bond will form, this oxygen sulfur bond will form. This bond will again, it will break down and it will come back and this chlorine will leave. So we will get a compound like this. In the inverted stereochemistry, OH, here it was OH some direction, then the product will be like chlorine in the lower direction. Okay, so this will form into this chlorine and this hydrogen will form into HCl. Then this will form into SO2. So that is the first method of preparation of this alkyl halide. So we can call it like what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2-chloropentane. So we create 1,2-chloropentane from this pentanol to hydroxypentanol. So that is the first reaction. Same mechanism we can use it for the preparation of like haloalkanes by using different reagent, that is tosyl chloride with pyridine. That is also applicable. This is another method of preparation of this RCl compound from alcohol compound by treating this compound with concentrated hydrogen acids. For example, we are taking the acid like HCl. So we are treating this HCl with ROH. So oxygen lone pair will pick up this hydrogen from this HCl. So because HCl is an acid, you know that. So here this will form into an intermediate, that is ROH2 plus charge. So this chlorine minus will come and attack this R group and this bond will break and it will form into H2O plus RCl. So this reaction actually it's an important reaction because it's mainly focused on the R group. Here if you are treating this R group like a tri or like, I'll show you. Here this is a tertiary compound, this is tertiary alcohol. So if you are treating this R group and like R group as this tertiary, here you know that tertiary carbocation stability is more than secondary and primary. So this reaction rate will be more compared to secondary and less compared to. This is another example of same reaction. Here we are treating this compound with HBr, this is ethanol. If you are treating ethanol with HBr, like same mechanism, OH will come and take this H plus to form this OH2 plus CS stream, CS2, OH2 plus. Now this is a good leaving group. Here this is not a good leaving group because OH is stable over here, but here it is unstable. So Br minus will come over here and attack this carbon atom. So what we are doing is actually this, we are making a carbon bromine bond or carbon halogen bond. So this OH minus OH2 plus will leave. So we will get CS3, CS2, Br plus H2O. So we prepared one bromo alkane group from this ethanol. So this is another reaction. Same method, by using the same method we can convert, we can make halogens, like here any halogen group, like if you are treating Hi, we will get this iodo group. If you are using HCl, you will get chloro group. If you are using HBr, we will get this bromo group. We convert this hydroxy group to chlorine. So we got same products by using different reagents. So this is, we use thionyl chloride here, and we use HCl over here, or we can use tosyl chloride. That is also another good reaction. After tosylation, we have to convert this with other HCl or any other group. We will get the same compound. Next one is from hydrocarbons. You know, hydrocarbons. How can you convert this carbon chlorine group by using Cl2 or UV light? Here this is an example for a free radical reaction. So here we are getting one chloro, and here we are getting two chloro this groups. I mean two chloromethyl ethyl propyl groups. So why this is 40%, 45%, this is 55%? Why there is change in yield? That is what we are going to what we have to understand, because it's very easy to understand the reaction, but it's not very easy to understand why it is happening like this. Got it? So here this is one chloro, this is two chloro. So we have to understand why this is an example for free radical reaction. So what is actually we are converting like C bonds, radical out here and radical out here. So we should understand the stability of these free radicals. You know, the same like carbocations, stability of this free radical is tertiary, secondary and primary. So here this is a carbon in primary, this is carbon in secondary. So we can easily say the secondary this free radical is more stable than this primary free radical. So that's why this free radical and this chlorine radical will react together to form this 55%. And if the free radical is forming first carbon, this one and this chlorine free radical will react with to form one chloro. Alkene. So you know that alkene reactions we already discussed, this Markovnikos rules and anti-Markovnikos rule. So we will be discussing Markovnikos and anti-Markovnikos rule. Before that, Janus reaction. So it is an alkene. If you are trading this alkene with concentrated hydrogen acids, what will happen? This double bond will donate its electron to this H plus to form CH. Here this will become plus charge, right? Because this double bond is donated its electron, so this carbon will lose its electrons, the vacant p orbital. So this bromine will come back and will come and react with this carbocation. So we'll get CBr over here. So Markovnikos rule says that the carbocation stability, like if it is, you know that it's a tertiary, secondary, primary. So if there is any carbon having tertiary carbocation, that will be more stable than the secondary and primary. So here same carbon, it is in secondary, so there is no change in carbocation stability because it is same. Because if you rotate this compound in 180 degree, we will get the same compound. So here we will be discussing another compound which have this tertiary and secondary. So this is another compound, but here this is also an example for a symmetrical compound, right? So here there is a symmetry group between this compounds. We can say like if you rotate this compound, we will get the same. So here it is like it is in secondary, this also secondary. So which carbon will be more stable, which carbocation will be more stable? Actually that is unpredictable. We can't simply say this one will be more stable than this one. So because same carbon, if you are taking in the NMR of this compound, we will get the same factor for this two. So there is no change in this compound. So we will get this compound like Br here and hydrogen here, CH3. If you are treating this compound with HBr, like CH3 here, okay, or like here H and Br, because it is symmetrical. So we have to discuss some compounds that is unsymmetrical. An example for an unsymmetrical carbon group, hydrocarbon. So here we know that here this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is in tertiary group. Here also it is in secondary. So you know by Markovnikos rule, tertiary is more stable. Tertiary carbocation is more stable than the secondary carbocation. So if you are treating this compound with HBr, what will happen? This will come and take this H plus to form C. Hydrogen will come with this carbon because this carbocation will be more stable. So hydrogen here and CH3, then CH3. So this carbon vacant p orbital or this will form into carbocation. Then this Br minus will react with this C plus to form C. Here Br and CH, CS3, CS3, CS3. Okay, that's Markovnikov rule. What we are going to discuss is anti-Markovnikov rule or peroxide effect. So we already discussed in the case of Markovnikov rule, by applying Markovnikov rule, you know that if you are treating this compound with HBr, by Markovnikov rule we will get the compound, I mean bromine over here. Second carbon like CS3, CH, Br and CS3. So this is the Markovnikov product. But if you are trading a peroxide compound with as a reaction in this reaction, so we will get one bromo group instead of this two bromo group. That is called anti-Markovnikov rule. So we have to understand the reaction mechanism of this reaction. So first we are taking this peroxide as reagent. Then by homolysis, what will happen? This bonds will break. C6H5, two radicals of the C6H5 radicals. So this C6H5 will react, dot will react with this bromine to form C6H5 radical plus HBr. This also will form into radical reaction. Then this will form into benzene, you know, C6H6 plus Br dot. So this Br dot will react with this alkene group to form this halo. Here also homolytic by homolytic cleavage, this bond will break into form into the CH dot single bond CH2 dot, that is free radical CH3. Here you know that this is more stable than this one because we already discussed free radical. In the case of free radicals also tertiary, secondary and primary. So tertiary free radical is more stable than the secondary. Here it is like here it is secondary and this primary. So you know primary free radical will react much faster than this one because it is more stable. Okay, so this Br or dot and this CS2 will react from CS3, CH dot, CH2 Br, and this will react with another H dot to form CS3, CH, H, CS2 Br. So that is the mechanism of this anti-Markovnikov. So same here, like we are going to convert this propene to this 1 bromo propane and this 2 bromo propane. So you know that if you are using a peroxide, we will get this 1 bromo propane by anti-Markovnikov rule. But if you are not using this peroxide or simply by using HBr as a solvent and this one, we will get only 2 bromo propane because here this Markovnikov rule and this anti-Markovnikov rule.